told niggas we was coming in here today, everybody that sat in the chair, they knew at least one topic we was finna discuss, and that's this one right here. Okay. Brittney Griner got released from Russian custody yesterday and has touched back down in San Antonio. Now, it's a whole lot of talk online, I noticed, about, you know, mixed feelings about her being released, but I'll let you touch on it. Go ahead and tell me what you think about her being released and being traded for the Russian arms dealer.
Well, when it first happened, I saw it the night before social media blew it up.
Okay.
And I was thinking, oh, this shit fake. I ain't know it was real. Social media hadn't blown it up yet. It was like one post, nobody talked about it. So I just scrolled past that shit. I can remember vividly like seeing that shit and just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the next morning, that shit became a big deal. I didn't think nothing of it initially. Well, my initial thought was, damn, I see everybody mad that she coming home, but y'all all y'all motherfuckers was saying free Brittney Griner.
Well, what kind of shit was they saying? What was you seeing?
That she should have been sent back for the arms. Well, originally I saw America ain't doing enough. They should have been got her back. They should do more, all this type of stuff to get her back.
I saw that too.
And then once they did everything that they needed to do to get her back, the real only options they had to get her back, everybody like, oh well, we shouldn't have traded the arms dealer for her. She needs to go back. This is a bad trade. I also saw some funny shit like this is the first WNBA trade in history that made headlines.
I saw that too. That was wild.
Yeah, but I mean, I get both sides of it.
Well, I
think that this is a win for America, and I don't mean on Brittney Griner's side. I mean on the arms dealer side. When I see that shit, I see war. America thrives off war. America makes its money off war. America gets its power from war. So we want to perpetuate war, the continuation of war.
Right.
Who have we been on the brinks of war with for the past 6 years?
Russia.
You feel me? And so we gonna get them. They top dog back, and y'all think nothing coming after this? Like I feel like this is a smart, calculated political play that Brittney Griner just happened to be a casualty of war of.
I think Brittney Griner played a big part. Who it was played a big part in this stuff. I agree with you in the sense that I think that this was a political ploy, but I think for other reasons, not necessarily for what you just mentioned. I'm thinking like we looking at an administration that's now trying to fix their likability rating. What do they call that? Their approval record?
Approval rating, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do. One of the best ways to do it going into Christmas would be to do something like this. So I think it was. Well, I think this had a lot to do with the optics, because when I saw them cover this like on ESPN and on Fox Sports News, it looked like a lot of the women that were coming to speak on her behalf, like WNBA players and coaches, they were just glad she was home, and they were thanking the Biden administration for working behind the scenes on bringing them home.
But that's it. That's like me speaking on your behalf as my partner, as opposed to all the views that everybody else got of you.
What I'm saying, what I was getting to is that the Biden administration needs people like that, needs some black women to be out there saying thank you to them, because the approval rating has been going down the drain.
And what I think is this is not a good thing for the approval rating. I think that more people are upset about who you gave up.
Yeah.
Than the people that are happy that she did.
I think there's something to that. Now, like, I know it's not. I want to say it's not the popular opinion, but it has been a popular opinion. But I kind of get where they coming from. Like,
me too.
Brittney, like, for the record, I'm glad she home. I'm glad she touched down. She's one of our own. So I'm glad, and I'm American. So and I'm someone who holds American values. So to the extent to where I don't believe she should have been locked up that long for weed. I know she ain't here, but I'm saying my morals are American, and we don't believe what they believe about weed. That's not gonna get you locked up into high. Yeah. And so I'm glad she not in there. I'm glad she home to see the fam. I hate how much time she had to do, but I think it's real credence to the argument that you gave them a Russian arms dealer at a time they had war.
A top dog.
Yeah, at a time they had war, and it kind of seemed and from what I understand, the Russian officials weren't willing to move on that deal, and I think that's what held up the.
You know why?
Well, it's because they know how important, like, people, the way people were pushing the issue, especially against the administration. They know how bad Biden and his administration probably wanted Brittney Griner home, and they were not gonna give up nothing extra. They said this for that, and something tells me, without reading this, something tells me that that's probably what held up the negotiations. That's likely why she was in there so long, is because the U.S. probably tried to get more in the deal.
Well, we know that. This was the proposition from the beginning.
Yeah.
When Brittney first got
but didn't it
up,
seem like it just went away for a second and nobody spoke about it? Now it seemed like it makes sense.
Nobody imagined America giving up a fucking arms dealer for a WNBA star. That's why it went away. When this shit first popped off, Russia was like, hey, we want Buddy. Off top, I don't give a fuck what nothing else. We want Buddy.
That's the information I got too.
It went away because we, like, as the people, like, boy, ain't no way in hell they about to get him the most dangerous nigga that they look up to for real, and then America fuck around and do it.
Can we talk about this dude? I didn't read his. I mean, I read his name a couple of times, but I didn't write it down.
A big dog. I don't know his name, but I'm familiar with So when he got caught up, he was trying to sell shit to America as a Russian, but he had like millions. It was multiple millions of dollars, but it was like the breakdown was like millions of dollars in AR-15s, millions of dollars in assault bullets, the bullets for the assault rifles, shit, dynamite, shit to make bombs, TNT. Nuclear.
This nigga was
shit
the plug.
He was the fucking plug. Imagine the biggest dope dealer you know that can touch everywhere in the city.
Yeah.
He was that, but for the country.
Yeah. Well,
it was wild, bro.
I'm wondering though. What I read was he spent 11 years in an American prison. Now, my initial thinking is, I wonder how valuable could he be to Russia, because in 11 years, your connections don't tend to be the same as they used to be. So I'm wondering, like, unless this nigga actually makes these weapons himself, what is their intentions for him?
I think your name holds a lot of weight, because think about, let's just go, we can go Pablo Escobar or El Chapo.
Yeah.
Imagine him being locked up for a long time. Imagine if he hadn't denounced that and came home. Of course, you got the young wild guys that's gonna be like, whatever, nigga, you old.
Yeah.
But mass population of those type of guys, the gangbanging guys,
they gonna all congregate. Yeah.
Yeah, so him being gone for 11 years don't mean shit if he that top dog.
Yeah. I ain't think about it like that. I was just thinking about the amount of time he spent in there, everything that he used to be worth.
He spent that amount of time because Russia has not had the opportunity to demand him home.
Right.
He's such a huge deal for them and for us having him in captivity. Russia hasn't had the opportunity to be like, yeah, we ain't moving on this. We want him.
Right.
This was the perfect opportunity. 11 years later to be like, yeah, that's who we want. And if y'all want Shorty back, y'all got to give us him. We ain't talking about nothing else.